My name is Haley Dreyer, and I've been with Compass in total for 7 years, 2 years as an intern, and then 5 years employed. And I'm currently the clinical supervisor. I started as an intern in 2017, I believe, and I did 2 years as a Pope Francis Scholar during the first cohort of interns. So getting my MSW at Catholic and interning here at Compass, also creating it. The program didn't exist when we first started, so getting it off the ground and being creative. So did 2 years, graduated, and then was hired on as an employee with the program, and I worked as a Compass partner for 2 years. When I got my clinical license, I became eligible to become a clinical supervisor, which just happened to line up with the expansion of the program. Okay, I think that my role as the clinical supervisor is kind of twofold. I work with staff, but I also work with interns, and those look a little bit different. So when I work with staff, I do direct clinical supervision, where we're talking about their cases and any clinical or non-clinical difficulties or challenges come up. That's where we kind of navigate those together. And then on Compass specific ground, I work directly with the staff as their task supervisors. And I think that's a really unique aspect of Compass, is that we have such a mentorship lens when it comes to our interns, because we're such a small intentional program and our interns eventually become staff. Yeah, I think that the team aspect of Compass is one of the most unexpected aspects of the program. But two, I think that people don't really realize how collaborative social work as a field is. Like when you're working with people, and you are people, like everybody brings something to the table and everybody's navigating life in their own way with their own unique set of circumstances, and we as the workers are no different.
My name is Mariah Green. I am currently a Compass partner, and I was a Pope Francis Scholar in 2021. Yeah, so what motivated me the most about applying to the Pope Francis Scholarship is that I felt like the program had my name on it. Like I said, I'm from Ward 8, so seeing the vision behind the program, knowing that they wanted to build a pipeline of social workers to help individuals in Ward 7 and 8, and that they wanted to hire people from the communities, I just couldn't pass up that opportunity. It was exactly what I wanted to do. And knowing that the Compass program, Pope Francis Scholarship, is very intentional in that way, that aligned with my values. So that really encouraged me to move forward with the program. I couldn't get through the program without the support. Everybody was really approachable, and I can't stress that enough. Different life happens when you go back to school. But my professors, they're understanding. They come from social services, and so sometimes those are like the most understanding people. I felt like if anything came up, I could talk to my professor or the program director, or if it was anything specific that I needed during my time at the internship, that it wouldn't have been an issue. And so everybody is pretty much hands on deck.
So, my name is Emily Fortiz. I was in the Pope Francis Scholarship cohort recently. Actually, I just graduated in May, so the previous 2 years, so 2022 to 2024. So, I went to Trinity for undergrad, which is in DC, and I studied psychology. I got my bachelor's in psychology, and I wanted to go into a field that incorporated mental health and social justice, because I think just being from DC and being exposed to so much advocacy at a young age made me not only want to be in a clinical setting, but be out in the community as well, definitely advocating for those whose voices have been oppressed or marginalized. And that was social work for me, so that really pushed me towards the Master's in Social Work program at Catholic. So currently I'm at CHAMPS. I'm a crisis specialist at CHAMPS, and the internship for the past 2 years has definitely helped me gain clinical skills and applying them, because at school it's like, okay, here are the theories, especially in your first year of the master's program. They present to you like, here's all these human behavioral theories, and then at internship it really let me scratch that surface and go more in depth and just know what areas I struggled with and how to kind of work on that before becoming a full-time employee here at Catholic Charities. And I was also just exposed to all levels of social work in a way at Compass, which was really cool because it wasn't only like clinical one-on-one work with clients, it was also program development work. I was on the communications committee, so I gained different skills to transfer over to not only my role as a crisis specialist, but maybe even down the road in another realm of social work. So it was really cool. We're a student of a diverse background. There's not a lot of representation in higher education in general, and I found myself experiencing that in the master's program at Catholic. So definitely rely on your community because I think that will propel you to excellence in the program. Don't be afraid of your own potential because, especially being from DC, we know the city, we know the ins and outs of the different programs in DC. We know that there are so many barriers and struggles that DC residents face sometimes. And bringing that experience to the table just provides a completely different perspective for you to be a social worker. Like serving your own community serving the community you come from is just, I think it's really hard to explain how valuable and important that was for me. And if you're someone from DC who is looking towards a career in social work and still being in DC and advocating for either Ward A or whatever ward you're from, it's invaluable, honestly. It's a great experience.